What is up, folks at home? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to dive into crankbaits, how I select color, what conditions I'm looking for, and what really makes the difference when you're fishing crankbaits. So, strap up for this one. Let's dive on. All right, folks, let's get right into it. We got a lot to cover today. There are really three things that I'm wanting to consider when I am fishing crankbaits and I'm selecting the color of the lure that I want to throw. The first one, and probably the most important, is water clarity. If I have a lot of clarity in the water, I'm going to go with more natural or transparent colored baits, more bait fish colored baits. If I've got a really off colored dirty water, then I'm going to transition into those matte baits, those brighter baits that are really loud in color. And then those in between situations where the water is neither super clear nor super dark or dirty, you're going to have those in between color palette baits where color doesn't matter as much as action. But the second factor that we're going to consider is primary forage or match the hatch. You want to match things that fish are eating in color and look when you're choosing a crankbait. And then the third section of things that we're going to really want to talk about is seasonal pattern. Are they eating crawfish on the bottom? Do we want to dredge something through there? Are they eating shad on big points and ledges? Are they in the grass? Do you need a square bill? So kind of matching the hatch is the third key to it. But when you're choosing color, you want to consider water clarity, you want to consider what they are eating. You want to consider the time of the year and kind of where those fish are positioned. So let's head underwater and talk about all of those things. So first up, when the water is dirty, I'm going to pick up a red to black crankbait. Dirty water red pops and really stands out well for me. I like the contrast with black. Plus, you're going to want to hit and be grinding through cover and structure when you're fishing dirty water. So red and black is an excellent color to really target those fish at that water clarity time. Red and black also is a fantastic early season bait when you tend to get those more dirty water conditions, dirty color conditions. It does a fantastic job. If the water is dirty but not too dirty, I'm going to move into these browns, yellows, and oranges. Right, the browns, yellows, and oranges do a fantastic job of looking like crawfish, but also in dirty water, you're going to want to make bottom contact. They look just like a crawfish. So red, brown, yellow, orange, all fantastic dirty water options. Also fantastic cold water options and great in the early spring, late fall as fish begin to feed up for winter and feed up for that pre-spawn time period. You can't go wrong with a crankbait at that. The next situation that you roll into are those middle water clarity times when fish are really up shallow or feeding on bluegill. So the fire tiger greens and yellows, and those are really great colors. Plus, it's a really great bite if you can get on it. Love the classic fire tiger here on the Bomber Model 4. It's just a classic pattern that has always generated bites for me, and that kind of off color water clarity that you see here really does a great job for me in emulating that color pattern and what the fish are feeding on. Up also, you have this great, excellent color pattern in the chartreuse blackback here on the 5XD, also medium watercolor type bait. I know KVD cranked water in this color with that crankbait on a classic doing it. I also like to throw bluegill color patterns when they're up shallow or in that medium off colored water because it just tends to show up better. Matte colors in this water clarity also look really good and can generate you a lot of bites when other things will not. A lot of guys don't like to crank in that kind of medium colored water, but that's really where it excels when you're around cover and when you can get these baits to bang into things and generate a reaction bite. Kind of that last situation that we want to focus color on is the clear water color situation. And this is where your shad colors, your whites, and your translucent baits are really going to shine. This is also late season in the fall and early winter, and then late winter and early spring. Those colors and color patterns are really going to shine in that ultra clear water, and they just generate bites for you. Cranking at this time is primarily based on speed. You're also pausing those baits and allowing those fish to really react to it here. Here's the Strike King Pro Model Series 3, which is a classic bait. Here is another classic speed cranking bait, your River to Sea and it's a banger. You're moving that bait all the way through the water column really quickly. You're speed cranking and trying to join those bass and draw them in to get a reaction strike. And a lot of times that clear colored bait right there is going to give that the appearance of a bait fish, and it really is going to generate a lot of bites for you. I cannot begin to tell you how many bites I've got speed cranking this exact lure in summertime conditions, in wintertime conditions, in all conditions. It's just a great look, and it's a great way to get pure reaction bites from bass. Plus, color selection in clear water becomes a lot easier because you're picking something that is supernatural and transparent or white. Both of those are great options for that time of year. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed diving into crankbaits and kind of how we select colors with the lures that we're fishing. A lot of times you want to barrel it down to the water clarity. You're going to go with those reds, oranges. As the water gets clear, those bluegill type colors. As the water is super clear, those shad colors. It also depends on seasonal movements. And those seasons match that hatch. Those are the two big keys in that. If you guys like what's happening on the channel right now, please like, subscribe. Go to Omnia, buy all these baits, help support the channel. Go to our community page, give us comments. Let us know how we can help you on the channel. The biggest thing about the channel is we want to help you grow as anglers. Let us know how we can help you. We'll see you out there next time, guys. Thanks.